Namaste. So tonight I'm going to read Book 3, Chapter 19, on the going to the Swayamvara assembly of Sudarshana. Om Vakratuna Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabhani. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Saksha Maha Devi Sarvabhuteshu Vidyalabhina Saksha. Hari Tat Sat. Vyasa said, after the king Subahu had spoken thus, the queen made her daughter Sasikala, who had always sweet smiles on her lips, sit on her lap, and after consoling her with sweet words began to say, O fair-eyed, you always practice vows and other religious performances. Why are you then speaking these unpleasant words? The king has heard all what you wanted to say and has been very sorry. That Sudarshana is very unfortunate, deprived of his kingdom, helpless, void of wealth and army, abandoned by his friends, exiled with his mother in the forest, subsisting on roots and fruits, lean and thin. Thus he is not worthy of becoming the husband of yours. There are many, learned, beautiful, approved of all, qualified with all royal marks, princess fit to become your husband. They all will come in this Swayamvara. There is one brother of this Sudarshana who is endowed with all kingly qualifications, beautiful and qualified in various other ways. He is the king of the Kosala country. There is another point worth consideration. Please hear it. The king Yudhajit is trying his best to kill Sudarshana on a befitting opportunity. He already counseled with his ministers and killed in a desperate fight the king Virasena and installed his daughter's son on the throne. Even he came up so far as the hermitage of Bharadvaja to kill Sudarshana. Afterwards, he was prevented by the Munis from doing so. Then he returned home. Sasikala replied, Mother, that prince, though staying in the forest, is approved of by me under the advice Saryati. The chaste Sukanya married Chayavana Muni and served her husband all along. So I will marry this king's son and will always be engaged in serving him. The women are able to attain heaven and emancipation if they serve their husbands. Therefore, if we be sincere in serving our husbands, we will no doubt be happy. I have seen in my dream that the goddess Bhagavati has ordained him to be my husband. Now I can now accept any other body as my husband than him. The Devi Bhuvaneshwari has pictured his frame firmly in my heart. I will never be able to leave my dearest beautiful husband and to contract marriage with any other person. Vyasa said, thus the mother, the daughter of the king of Videha, found many signs and at last desisted. She then reported to the king of all the words of Sasikala. When Sasikala, on the day before the marriage day, became very anxious and sent in a great hurry one trustworthy Brahmin versed in the Vedas to the hermitage of Bharadvaja with this message, O Brahmin, go in such a way to Sudarshana as my father be not able to know about it and tell Sudarshana all my words. My father has called in for my marriage a Swayamvara ceremony. Many powerful kings will attend with their armies. O Deva, the goddess Bhagavati has ordered me in dream, and accordingly I will with full gladness of my heart have become yours already in my heart. Rather, I will take poison or I will jump in a blazing fire. Then I can obey my father's and mother's words and marry another. Be my mind, word and deed, I have selected you my husband, and pleasure and happiness is sure to attend on us by the blessing of the Bhagavati. Please depend onto her on whose command this whole universe, moving and unmoving, is resting. unto that great destiny and come to this place without fail. What the goddess, whose commands Shankara, all the other devas obey, has ordered, can never turn out false. O Brahmin, you, the foremost amongst the virtuous, do, therefore, call on that king's son in privacy and speak out all there to him. What shall I say more to you? Do all that my object may be fulfilled. Thus saying, she gave the Brahmin his dakshina and sent him to Sudarshana. He went there and reported all the matter duly to him and quickly returned back. On coming to know all this, Sudarshana determined to start, and the Maharishi Bharadvaja with gladness sent him. Vyasa said, seeing her son ready to start, the mother Manorama became very sorry and, trembling and shedding tears, thus spoke to her son. Sudarshana, where are you going now? How do you dare to go there in the Swayamvara alone? Where are present kings and all your terrible enemies, O son? You are as yet a boy. The king Yudhijit will certainly go there with the object of killing you. There will then is no other body to help you, so you should never go to that place. You are my only son. I am very poor and helpless. I have no other to lean upon than you. Therefore you ought not to throw me in despair at this moment. See, Sudarshana, the king Yudhijit, who had slain my father, that uncontrollable king, will come there. If you go there alone, he will certainly kill you. Sudarshana replied, Mother, what is inevitable will certainly come to pass. There is no need to discuss further on the subject. I will go at the command of the world mother to that assembly, whole Swayamvara. O auspicious one, do not give vent to sorrow. I do not fear none by the grace of the Bhagavati. Vyasa said, thus saying, Sudarshana mounted on his chariot and was ready to start. Seeing this, Manorama began to bless him and so cheer him. O son, let Ambika Devi protect your front. Padma Lochana, protect your back. Parvati, your two sides. Sri Devi, all around you. Varahi, in dreadful pass. Durga, in royal forts. Kalika, in terrible fights. Parameshwari, in the platform hall. Matangi, in the Swayamvara hall. Bhavani, in Bhavani, the avertress of world, amidst the kings. Girija, in mountain passes. Chamunda, in the sacrificial ground. And let the eternal Kamaga protect you in the forest. O descendants of Raghu family, let the Vaishnavi force protect you in quarrels. Let Bhairavi protect you in battles and amongst your enemies. O son, let the Mahamaya, Jagadatri, Bhuvaneshwari protect you everywhere and at all times. Vyasa said. Then Manorama, speaking thus to him, trembled with fear and again said, O Sudarshana, I will also accompany you there. Will not be otherwise. I will never be able to remain anywhere without you, and even for the twinkling of an eye, O son, carry me thither where you are desiring to go. Thus saying, his mother with her attendants was ready to start. The Brahmanas pronounced their blessings. All then went out. Sudarshan, then the descendant of the Raghu family, mounted then alone on his chariot and reached Banaras. There the king Subahu, hearing that he had come, welcomed him and worshipped him with various presents. He gave him the house for his residence and made arrangements for his food and drink and other necessary requirements, and gave order to his servants to wait on the prince. Then from various quarters the kings assembled together, and Yudhijit too came there, accompanied by his daughter's son Satrujit, the king of Kurusa, the king of Madra, the king of Sindhu, the king of Mahismati, the valiant warriors, the king of Panchala, the kings of the mountainous tract, the king of Karnat, the powerful king of Kamarupa, the king of Chola, and the very powerful king of Vidarbhas, with 180 Aksauhini soldiers all arrived and assembled there. Benares was then crowned all over with soldiers and soldiers. Many other kings came there on their beautiful elephants to witness the Swayamvara ceremony. Then the princes began to talk amongst them. The king's son Sudarshana too had come there and is staying unconfused and calm. It is that the high-minded Sudarshana, born of the Kakutsta family, had come there on a chariot, helpless to marry. Can it be that the princess will overlook these kings with soldiers and weapons and select the long-armed Sudarshana? Then the king Yudhijit addressed all the other kings. I will slay Sudarshana for the sake of the daughter. There is no doubt in this. Hearing Yudhijit's words, the king of Keral, the foremost of those who know morals, began to say, O king, in this Icha Swayamvara, it is not proper to fight. Here there will be no marriage for the prowess. There is no arrangement fixed to steal away the bride elect by force. Here the bride will select of her own free choice. What cause can then there crop up here for quarrels? Before you had driven him out of his kingdom, and though you are the superior king, you have taken his kingdom by force and installed your daughter's son on the throne. O king, this Sudarshan is born of the Kakutsta family and the son of the king of Kosala. Why would you kill this innocent boy? O long-lived, better be sure that there is some God of this universe. He is governing all. And if you commit anything wrongful, know that you will get the fruit of that due to you. There is no doubt in this. O king, there is victory everywhere of the truth and dharma. Always you find adharma and falsehood defeated. Therefore dost thou forsake your evil and mean intentions and pacify your vile mind. Your daughter's son is also present here. He is beautiful and prosperous and is reigning a kingdom. Why will not that bride elect him as bridegroom? Consider again that there are many other powerful princes and kings in this Swayamvara. The princes may select them also. Therefore, let all the kings assembled here say that if the selection of the bridegroom be performed in that way, what cause of a quarrel can there crop up? Knowing all these, you ought not to quarrel here. Thus ends the 19th chapter on the going to the Swayamvara assembly of Sudarshana and the other kings in the Mahapuranam Srimad Devi Bhagavatam of 18,000 verses by Maharishi Ved Vyasa. Hari Om Jayanti Mangalakali Bhadrakali Kapari Durga Kashma. Om Tuya Mata Chapita Tuya